All right, so it is the 12th of June. It is Friday. We are going to see Disclosure Day. Yes, again, another movie that's part of the game movie that is currently owned by myself. I'm going to the special IMAX presentation where there is a previous, basically streamed from another location, I believe it's in New York City, of Steven Spielberg and Emily Blunt doing a Q&A about, I guess, the movie. Probably not too many spoilers, hopefully, before the movie, but yeah, afterwards, IMAX presentation. Now, technically, we are at a theater where it's a LIMAX, not, where they just made it a larger screen instead of being an actual IMAX built screen, but neither here nor there. It's still going to look spectacular up on a very large screen. I'm actually seeing this movie with my mother, and this marks probably a cycle, as we had a conversation on the way in, that our very first time that either of us saw a Spielberg movie in the theaters, we worked out as just Lost Ark. So it's kind of neat to be able to treat her now to go see another big, spectacular Spielberg epic. All right, so let's get into the theater. Parked way too far away from the theater, so I dropped her off at the actual door itself, so she's not with me right now, so I'm going to go catch up with her now. Also ended up getting like a promotional poster for the movie as well, Disclosure Day. So yeah, there we go. One of probably the next, hopefully, big box office movie of the summer so far. I've had one expected one surprise one, and one sort of disappointing one, and you guys try and figure out what those movies are. All right, here we are at the theater. Say hi to everyone. Seriously, say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. All right, let's get these tickets out and get inside. Well, looks like everything's started, or getting close to started, or just getting our seats. Here we go. So when was the last time you saw an IMAX movie?
At the IMAX Center on the island.
That's a while ago then, wasn't it? Holy crap. All right, so that was Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg. It was an interesting movie. We got a little heads up because of the Blunt sort of interview that happened via satellite from the New York IMAX that they were holding it in, that was being broadcast to all the different states and Canada too, as it kept getting pointed out. But Spielberg himself had said that he uses a sort of different type of storytelling. It's not the typical way that he tells a story like this. And I think that helped watching it, knowing that we were going to see something probably a little different. Don't get me wrong, there's classic Spielberg stuff in it, a lot of fantastical camera work, and we have great acting. We have some really cool special effects. There's some really neat stunts. But it's a different way of telling what he kept referring to the story of his trilogy of alien stories. Now, of course, he also mentioned during that talk that War of the Worlds isn't included in all that, but of his original stuff, his Close Encounters, his E.T., and now his Disclosure Day as the third of the trilogy. It's really cool. It was great to see on the big screen. Really, again, grand special effects. A very humanistic, yet still very sci-fi sort of story that is very entertaining. So yeah, I'd probably have to see it again to be able to just, instead of the spectacle of seeing a Steven Spielberg movie for the first time in the theater, just to be able to capture anything. And the IMAX or the LIMAX screen that I was watching it on, you see a lot of stuff going on, and it's definitely worth a second watch. But I definitely wasn't disappointed in the movie, that's for sure. Again, it wasn't fully a typical Spielberg, which was kind of interesting, kind of cool to see him still finding new ways to tell stories. And again, cast is fantastic. The leads are great. The supporting cast is fantastic. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Spielberg himself had mentioned, again, during that opening thing from New York City, the IMAX theater in New York City, that he prefers to make movies for us, for people to go to the theaters. He had said that the movie was for us, being those in the theater at that current time, live and whatnot, which was kind of a neat sort of thing. And it's the reason why you should be going to movie theaters, even if you're not going to see this particular movie, you have to go see movies in the theater, because if you want to see good movies being made, you got to show that you got to prove to them that you're going to show up by paying to go see movies in the theaters. And the more money they make, knowing that they can make it in the theaters, they'll start putting more movies into the theaters. And that's all that's really got to say. All right, so that's it. Disclosure Day. Good movie. Really enjoyed myself. My mom also really enjoyed the movie. It's very late right now. There's hella horrible traffic getting back from the theater, so she definitely needed to get herself to bed. So that's why this is so late after the movie having ended like an hour and a half ago. So yeah. Doesn't seem like a 2.5 hour movie though. That's the other nice thing. Or whatever it is, 220 or whatever it is. It does not feel like that, which is kind of nice. It moves nice and smoothly like a Spielberg does. And again, the John Williams score is great as well, because you can't go wrong with John Williams. 94, 95, however old that gentleman is. Wow. All right. That's all I got to say about Disclosure Day. And until next time I see you, go see a movie.